Hello, this is Grandma Jan from Red Toad Art Studio, and today I'm going to do a collage with my focal point being this beautiful penguin with her baby. Isn't she pretty and isn't it cute? So my goal is to paint a background that's blue to match these blues and white to match the ice, and maybe we'll have it snowing. And it's Arctic after all. And I want it to look kind of rugged, like rugged mountains behind her or rugged pieces of ice behind her. So I want some texture in my background. So I thought I would tear some cardstock and glue it down first to kind of make some texture. It won't show a lot, I don't think, but it will be there. So the first step I will do is glue this cardstock down. And let's put a few just scrappy pieces down here in the bottom for broken chunks of ice. There, I think that should look like broken up ice. Do we think that's enough? I may put a few more pieces. There. Future ice cubes. Okay, I have not fussy cut my penguin yet because I want to match these lines across here and here. Let me get those marked. We'll want to go a darker line here. And a blue line here. And then we'll have the ice, the blue and the white ice. Okay. And our skyline changes about here. All right. The most of my painting will be done in blue and white. Let's see what we can do. Let's see, we need to add some white to this. And then we need some pure white. And I have a brush here. I'm going for a little bigger brush than I usually use. And I'll keep my penguin here where I can see it. I forgot to slip a page under here. I'll do that now, because the pages underneath will get paint on them and get stuck together. We don't want that. Actually, it turns into white pretty quick. Now, we aren't going to be too picky about our background because, well, we just won't be, because I can't be picky. Now, I have almost a black line. I think that's where the land shows. So I need to get some black paint and another brush, because I don't want the blues to mix. I don't want my paint to mix too much. And then it goes to white a lot, it looks like. Well, gray. We'll settle for gray. We need to let that black dry a little bit before we get up to it too much. Okay, it's starting to look like a cold Arctic background. And let's get this ice painted. There, now, we have to let this dry. I wonder, though, if I should have a tiny bit of blue along the edge of our... I imagine these are the glaciers back there. Just a little bit on them to highlight them. I think we will wait to put the snowflakes in until after we have our penguin in. So we need to fussy cut our penguin. Here is our penguin. We want to match him up with that blue and that dark. That works good. Okay, let's ink him before he gets stuck down there. We'll set this aside to dry. I'm using Vintage Photo Distressed ink. Just enough to blend these white edges in. I don't know if you've noticed that when you cut paper, usually you leave a little white edge. And if you get rid of that, it blends in so much better. I think we got a little paint on him. We'll have to put a snowflake there. I shouldn't say on him, on her. All right. Let's see if our paint is dry. Not quite. I'm going to give it a couple more minutes here. Let's see. I left this little notch here to show me where that edge was, but we don't need that now. We have these others to show us. I'm really not happy with those black mountains. I think I should soften those back up with some white paint. What do you think? Let's put this in so the brush strokes kind of show that these are big big pieces of ice behind our penguins. I really didn't like that blue added up there. And luckily with paint, we can usually undo a lot of our mistakes if we're willing to paint over. And that's what I'm having to learn to do, that if I don't like it, paint over it. Because I have this insane idea that once I put something down, it's going to stay forever. Well, it may stay, but it doesn't mean it can't be hidden. There, I like that better. I might need to smooth out my island lines a little bit too. Okay, I got this teeny, well not too teeny, but I got a smaller paintbrush, and so I'm going to even up the land line a little bit. There we go. It's finished drying that, and I'll be right back with you when it's dry. Okay, let's glue down our penguin. Line up our lines here. Now I'm going to get my white Posca pen and kind of cover this area up. Okay. Now I think it's probably snowflake time. Now I have this little acrylic stamper used for making dots and things like that. So let's try one of those. We'll try it on here and see if it comes out good. Yeah, that'll do for snowflakes. There we go. I don't know that that is perfect. I don't know that the snowflakes helped any, but it's too late to take them out now. And so let's hunt for some words to put on it. I'm going to look into my Tim Holtz Small Talk. And I saw some in here that I think would be great. One of them is use your wings. No, I want, this is what family looks like, and I've lost it. There it is. This is what family looks like. This is what family looks like. All you need, really need, is love. And don't forget to use your wings. We all have wings, whether they show or not. There we go. And let's do a little bit of shadowing. And we're about done. Okay. Well, I'm not sure about my snowflakes. I rather like this effect for the broken ice. And the ice in the background wasn't bad, but I don't really think I'm wild about the snowflakes. But they're there. So that's what we're going to go with. So this is what family is all about. She's taking care of her little one. All you need is love and use your wings. Don't forget you have wings. And I think we'll call that finished. We might do a piece of tape up and down here to cover up all this, but I think that will have to wait until we do this side. So for now, that's all we can do. So thank you for coming on this journey with me of trying to learn to paint. I'm doing that over several collages. Maybe I will eventually learn. I don't know. But you get me at my first tries, and my first tries aren't always perfect. I think maybe if I tried again, I could do a little better. But that's true with all of us. Practice makes almost perfect. So I hope you have a wonderful day today, and I will see you in our next video. Bye-bye for now.